back everyone, the OneStopTutorials.com. Alibaba here again with another Photoshop tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be saving the poisonous dart frogs. That's right, the poisonous dart frogs. Now what we're doing in this tutorial is we're going to learn a bit about the layers palette. Okay, the layers palette is here. You can either go to Window, Layers, click that, or hit F7, or you can come down to this little icon here that says Layers, click that, and your layers palette will come up. Now I know we've used a little bit of this, but we haven't really gone over it. We're probably going to have to do a couple of tutorials on this. It's really important to use layers. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click at the top and I'm just going to drag it off. Okay, I'm just going to drag it off so I've got it. It's there. And to, if you wanted to put it back on, you see as you drag across there's a blue line. You would just simply just let it go. Yeah. So I'm just going to drag this off. Okay, so now I got it. Oops, by mistake I added it to the top. Just sort it out, Ali. And I'm dragging everything off. Okay, I'm just going to lift it up a bit because we haven't got many layers. And I'm just going to put it there, sorted. Right, what have we got here? We're going to start at the top here. At the top of the layers palette, we have these modes here. Do you know what? Let me put that at the top, and hopefully they'll come downwards. Yep. I'm just trying to get this sorted so you can see as well. We got these modes here. We got a few different modes, and this allows us to do different things. Now, during our projects, we're going to be using different modes. But if we say, let's say we selected one of the frogs, and we turn to color burn. Nope. Let's go through one that will. There isn't one at the moment. Is that? There you go. There's one there. The hard light. Okay. This is hard light, and you see what it's done compared to, let's say, normal. It's obviously added hard light. Vivid light, no. I mean, linear, this is linear. If you look at hard light, they're pretty much the same. But we're going to really go into these more. This isn't really a good example of how they work. We'll just get into them a bit later on. The next one across is the opacity. And opacity we used before. It generally just brings it down lighter until disappearing. Okay, and the fill we're going to go into in a minute. Right, some of the functions that are available here are very powerful. For instance, we have here lock. Okay, so we can lock the transparency, lock the transparent pixels. Okay, so let me give you an example. Let's say on this first one, save the poisonous dart frog. Okay, we choose to lock the transparency. Now what does that mean? Well, that means if we, let's say we come into the brush tool and we chose a color of, let's say, red, it means that we could just paint inside that area compared to if it wasn't locked, painting anywhere. Okay, so that's a huge difference. So if you wanted to get right in and be really messy with it, you know, this is without the transparency locked. If you click on lock and I change colors quickly, you can see that I cannot paint over anything except for that. Okay, I can't come down here, I can't paint anywhere. The only way I can paint is there. Okay, I'm just going to quickly make my brush bigger, bring that to red so these frogs know that they need saving. So that's how you lock the transparency. The next one is lock the brush, meaning if I have brush selected, I get up a warning. Wherever I go, I get up could not use brush tool because the layer is locked. Okay, then the next one is lock move. So anytime I try to move and it'll come up with the same thing, could not complete request because the layer is locked. And then the last one along here, the padlock, is basically locked everything. I can't do nothing. I'm in with the brush, it just locks everything. Okay, now why would you use that? Well, when you're building heavily in Photoshop, you'll be getting a lot of layers, and if you're really happy with something and you really think that it looks good, then lock it. I mean, just lock it and then it's safe, and you can always come in and unlock it by just unclicking that box, click, unclick. Okay, so there's no harm in it. It keeps things safe, it keeps things tidy. Now layers work very funkily. Look, so if I show you, the top layer is the highest layer, it's the most layer that you're going to see. So wait a minute, I've got unlock thing. So if I choose save the poisonous frogs, you'll notice it's on top of everything. Okay, it hovers over everything. That's because it's the top layer. If I moved it below the frogs, you'll now notice that it goes behind the frogs instead of on top of before. and if I move the onestoptutorials.com to the top, you'll notice that that goes over everything. So the top layer, it works on the top layer and then works its way down. That's how it works, okay? And all you need to do is just simply left click, drag. You can drag them up, okay? You see when you start dragging, you see a little line in between. You just let go then, okay? So I'm just going to move that one to the top. Next thing you've got here is you've got these eyes, so you can actually close off layers, okay? You can open certain layers, okay? You can open them all just by clicking once and dragging, same as closing, okay? You can right click on it and you can change the color of the layer. So if you've got individual thing, let's say you're doing a lot of text in one area and you want to be able to find your text fast, you can just make your text color orange, and then you could make your image color blue, and then you know what you're looking for, you know. I don't really use it that much, but I can see how it comes in healthy, easily. And yeah, no color. So that's how that works, okay? Now what I wanted to show you was the difference between the opacity and the fill, and we're just quickly going to get into one of these tools. We're going to come back into these in the next tutorial, but I just quickly want to show you. So on Save the Poisonous Dart Frogs, you can go into an effect, and we're going to just simply add some drop shadow and hit OK, because we're going to go into it later. Now these are the effects. We can close the effect at any time by just clicking on the eye, okay? But what I wanted to show you now, if we used opacity with this, you'll notice that everything, even my drop shadow, disappears, okay? Now if we use fill, look what happens now. You'll notice it just takes away the color, but it still leaves that drop shadow, okay? So this is the difference. Even though maybe when you're looking at it and you use the opacity, oh, that's what that one does, and then you're using the fill, oh, it does the same job. There is a difference. There is quite a big difference, and you'll get to use that more when we get into these styles down here, okay? To link two layers, so let's say I wanted the frogs, these two frogs. At the moment they're on individual layers, so I can move one, then I have to come into the other one and move the other, okay? To link them, all you do is click on one, hold down Control, click on the other one, and then you see this little link button at the bottom here. You simply click that. That means anytime we grab one of the frogs, they're both linked, okay? Doesn't matter which layer we click on, they're both linked. And to unlink them, control them both, so click on one, hold down Control, click on the other one, and click off the links, and now they're on separate links, the separate layers, sorry. Okay, so that's very, very handy indeed. You can select the first layer, and then by holding down Shift you can select the bottom layer, and that selects them all. You can hold down Control, so you can choose different layers, okay? So again, that's pretty funky stuff. We're going to get more into the next tutorial about the dustbin and adding another layer and stuff, but I should quickly show you how to add a new layer. You simply just hit this one here, create a new layer. That will add a new layer. You can delete that layer by left clicking and dragging it to the dustbin, okay? So this does some funky stuff, and you really need to get to know how to use layers. They're so important when we want to start clipping layers. I know people who do Photoshop and they don't actually use layers. I mean, layers are there whether you know it or not. You know, anytime we type in with the text tool, it automatically makes us a new layer, okay? So very important. I'm going to do another tutorial more on the effects, how to add drop shadows and stuff next, and I shall see you there. Take it easy, subscribe to my YouTube, or check out my website, which is here, onestoptutorials.com. Any questions, please let me know. Catch you guys and girls later. Goodbye. Save the poisonous dart frogs. Cure the world of these horrible people who kill these poisonous dart frogs. After all you have to do is lick them and you'll be having some fun. Take it easy, everyone.